There is a version of you that no one can control, not because you're stronger, not because you're louder, but because you don't react, you don't explain, you don't chase. You simply withdraw your energy, and suddenly everything changes. People get confused. They lean in. They lose their power over you. This is not weakness. This is psychological dominance. And it echoes the thinking of Niccolò Machiavelli, a man who understood one brutal truth. Power is not in what you say. Power is in what you refuse to give. Today, we break down 7 laws most people will never master. Most people believe reacting is natural. Someone disrespects you, you respond. Someone ignores you, you chase clarity. Someone questions you, you explain yourself. It feels right. But what if every reaction is a surrender? Because the moment you react, you are no longer in control. You are being controlled. Think about it. Why do people provoke? Why do they test you? Why do they push boundaries? Not always to hurt you, but to move you, to see if they can. And the moment you react emotionally, you answer their question. Yes, you can be moved. Yes, you can be shaken. Yes, your state belongs to them. Powerful people understand something different. They understand that attention is currency, and reaction is spending it. Law 1. Never react emotionally. The first law is simple, but almost no one follows it. Never react emotionally. Not because you don't feel, but because you don't display. There's a difference. Emotion is human. Expression is strategic. When you react instantly, you reveal everything. Your triggers, your insecurities, your limits. You become readable, predictable, controllable. But when you pause, when you hold eye contact, when you say nothing, you become unreadable. And what people cannot read, they cannot control. This is why silence unsettles people, because they don't know what you're thinking. And in that uncertainty, they begin to project, to overthink, to chase your reaction. You didn't win by force. You won by not playing. Law 2. Never explain yourself. There is a hidden trap in explaining yourself. It feels noble. It feels honest. But psychologically, it lowers your position. Because explanation often comes from this place. I need you to understand me. I need your approval. I need to fix how you see me. And the moment you need that, you've already given up power. Powerful people don't rush to explain. They let people misunderstand them. They let people guess. Why? Because clarity is not always power. Mystery is. When you explain too much, you invite judgment. You expose insecurity. You justify your existence. But when you stay grounded and say less, people start adjusting themselves. They try to figure you out. They try to earn clarity. And without realizing it, the dynamic shifts. You are no longer seeking validation. You are being observed. 3. Just ignore. Ignoring is misunderstood. People think ignoring is weakness, avoidance, fear. But real ignoring is selective attention. It is the conscious decision to say, this does not deserve my energy. And that is power, because not everything deserves a response. Not every message deserves a reply. Not every insult deserves defense. Not every person deserves access. When you ignore strategically, you starve negativity. You disrupt manipulation. You create distance, and distance creates value. Think about it. What happens when you stop replying instantly? When you stop engaging drama? When you stop explaining your silence? People notice, they feel it, and often they come closer. Because your absence speaks louder than your presence ever did. Law 4. Let them reveal themselves. Silence is not empty, it is revealing. When you stop reacting, people start talking more. They fill the space. They explain themselves. They expose intentions. This is where true power begins. Because instead of defending yourself, you observe, you listen, you learn. You see who they are. Without interruption, most people expose themselves not through confrontation, but through comfort, through talking too much, through trying to fill silence. And if you are quiet enough, patient enough, detached enough, you will see everything without asking a single question. Law 5. Move in silence. Not everything needs to be announced. Not every plan needs to be shared. Not every move needs validation. The more you speak about your intentions, the more resistance you create. People doubt you. People envy you. People interfere. But when you move in silence, you remove friction. You build without pressure. You act without noise. And when results appear, they speak for you. This is why the most powerful people often seem quiet, because they are not focused on being seen, they are focused on becoming. Law 6. Detached to dominate. Attachment creates vulnerability, not love, not care, but dependency. The need for outcomes, the need for responses, the need for validation. And once someone senses you need something, they gain leverage. But when you detach, something shifts. You don't chase outcomes. You don't fear loss. You don't cling to perception. You become free. And freedom is intimidating, because people cannot manipulate someone who is okay with losing, who is okay with walking away, who is okay with silence. Detachment is not coldness. It is control. Law 7. Master the power of absence. Presence has value, but absence creates it. When you are always available, always responding, always explaining, you become predictable, accessible, replaceable. But when you step back, when you disappear strategically, when your presence is no longer constant, you become felt. People think about you more. They notice your absence. They assign value to your silence, because what is rare is respected, and what is always there is often overlooked. So here's the truth most people won't accept. You don't gain power by doing more. You gain power by doing less. Less reacting, less explaining, less chasing, and more observing, more controlling, more choosing where your energy goes. Because in the end, power is not loud. It does not argue. It does not prove itself. It simply exists, quietly, unshaken, untouchable. And the question is, can you become that, or will you keep reacting to a world that feeds on your attention? If this made you see things differently, stay with that feeling. Don't rush past it. Don't scroll it away. Don't distract yourself from it. Because this, right here, this quiet shift in your awareness is rare. Most people hear something like this and immediately go back to reacting, back to explaining, back to giving their energy away without even noticing. But you paused. And that pause, that moment of reflection, that's where everything begins to change. Because awareness is not just understanding, it's seeing in real time. When you're about to react and choosing not to, it's catching yourself right before you explain and deciding to stay silent instead. It's feeling the urge to chase and letting it pass without moving. That's power. Not loud, not dramatic, but controlled, intentional, unshaken. So don't just watch this and forget it. Carry it with you. The next time someone tests you, the next time you feel the need to prove something, the next time silence feels uncomfortable, remember this moment, because awareness is where power begins.